I am stuck on BandAids and BandAids are stuck on me.
Nah, there was more syllables to it. It was like, it couldn't have been BandAids. It was like bandages or something.
No, not bandages.
But BandAids don't really flow right.
It was the Johnson
I am stuck on BandAids.
And BandAids stuck on me.
Nah, no.
So we're live.
I figured we was. I know how you do, man.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the feed, make sure I can read it.
Oh, I thought you was pulling up the old school BandAid commercial.
We can. Give me a second. Let's see. Go over to here. Make sure we're live. Make sure all this craziness is working. Yeah, we already got 3 people watching, dude. Hey, so does anybody else remember the BandAid song? I am stuck on BandAids and BandAids are stuck on me.
It was not BandAids.
It was a herpes?
Oh, whoa. Hold on.
Because I can get stuck on you too.
Do you need to tell me something before I put your headphones and everything on my ears? Nah, man.
So, hey, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of We Have to Change the Together the series. See, I had to read it because I just really wrote this morning.
Smooth.
Yeah, almost. Smooth. So, this is
one line to practice. One thing to practice and memorize.
Wait, no. I had 1 studio to build. I had 3 cameras to set up.
Man, you've been done that. You've been did that. I'm talking about just now, just for this. You had 1 line. Everything else, we just talking off the top of the head. You had 1 line to remember.
Do I tell you how to sell shoes or sell insurance?
You have.
I have?
I feel like it.
I've helped you build sets. Not sets, build a store. I don't think I've ever tried to tell you how to hustle a shoe.
I'm pretty sure, man. I'm old and washed up and can't remember right now, but I'm pretty sure there was some
you don't want to lean back and strut.
Oh, why?
Why? A, it makes you look fat, and B, I had the focus aimed for when you were forward.
Oh, all right, I copy.
Unless you want to be blurry.
Nah, we don't want the blurry.
Yeah, blurred lines.
Blurred lines.
So, hey guys, this is my buddy Alan Murphy. Oh my God, he just danced like Drake. Anyway. For years, I thought you wanted to be Drake. But so I've known Alan
Come
for
on, Peter Griffen.
Why am I Peter Griffen, dude?
Because for anybody that wonders why I call Hanson Peter Griffen, it is not due to his outward appearance. It is due to the fact that if you talk to Jamie for 5 or 10 minutes, regardless of whatever situation or whatever occurrence or whatever it might be going on, Jamie at some point in time had a job where he used to deal with that exact same thing. So when you watch Family Guy, you watch every single episode, whatever it is going on, if they do a flashback and Peter used to work in the chicken plant or Peter used to do whatever, Jamie did too. Peter Griffen.
I've been called worse. So, how did we meet, Alan? You don't remember? Because I do.
Oh yeah, I do. Me and Kong were about to do a pool party. We needed a photographer. Somebody said Jamie Hanson. And 30 minutes later, we've got you jumping in the pool with all your cameras to take pictures of these girls. Yeah. I was like, all right, that guy's down for the cause. He's dedicated. And
I just really wanted that money.
Yeah, exactly. I had to appreciate that. I mean, anybody else could have just sat there and took a picture here, took a picture there. Nah, you was really down there for the shoot.
Yeah, I used to shoot really good back in the day. I got lazy in my old age.
Got washed up, started building sets and everything. And
now I'm all bougie. Can't even think about light anymore.
Got glasses.
Yeah, that's because I'm old, dude. I can't see. Hey, some of my Nooner crew's already in here. How about them apples? So yeah, I used to be part of another podcast. I ran tech and some of the... Oh, Big B's watching too.
Oh, B, what up, man?
Hey, so guys, we are live. So if you want to say anything in the comments, feel free. Alan and I will read them. Now that I can actually have my glasses on, I can actually read them. So we're talking about all the crazy stuff that's happened, how we can affect change, where does this stuff come from, and does anybody else remember the dude, turn it down, dude. So I met Alan doing photo shoots. Ended up renting some studio space behind his the one store right across from the library. Then I rented space from the second store underneath that, and then it just kind of evolved from there.
Yeah, that's when then you got famous, got the big boy studio.
No. Remember, after I left you, I went to
you had
on 23rd.
And didn't like it, and then moved here, and then built this. Masterpiece.
Dude, this ain't a masterpiece. This is a work in progress.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. It looks different every time I come in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what I can do with $25 in a little time.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the world as it is right now. So, what's going on?
It seems like madness, man. Like, I don't really know if there's anything different going on now than what wasn't already going on. It's just, it seems like now we're getting to a point where there's other people, there's other demographics now that are actually like, yo, this is too much. This is too much. Something's got to change. So it's like the plight that a lot of people have been seeing their whole lives is now being brought to the attention of people that had never seen it before. Now the people that had never seen it before are taking a stand as well. And that feels good to an extent. It feels like we're getting somewhere, we're gaining traction. But at the same time, did you see the UNCW professor?
No.
You didn't see the UNCW professor?
No, I didn't see no UNCW professor.
Man, so there's a UNCW professor that is going crazy on Twitter and everything. All types of rants, racist this, racist that. What did he say? Like,
he's racist?
Yes, and he's not even trying to hide it.
Okay.
Like, homie was wide open with it.
I'd rather they not hide it.
This is true.
At least I know where to expect. You gotta get up on your mic, dude.
Oh. Yeah, but yeah, this is true.
You can tilt it. This whole thing moves.
Man, this thing ain't really moving right, man. It damn near fell once. I didn't want to say nothing about it on the air. All right, hello?
There you go.
All right, cool.
I'm proud of you.
But yeah, though, Buddy was going crazy. What he's like, the biggest threat to black men isn't white racism, it's black culture. What? And this guy works for the school.
Okay, let's analyze that the statement. So say that statement one more time. Oh, by the way, hey Talia. Talia is one of the main hosts for one of the other shows I work on. But yeah, let's take this statement again and let's tear it apart.
All right, the biggest. Hold on, man. Let me pull them up. Y'all seen a couple people that have shared them. But homie said that the biggest threat to black men wasn't white racism. It was black culture.
Okay, where could that possibly come from?
It came from this weirdo.
No. Let's try to break it down. Before we call somebody weird, and even see, the thing is, if I disagree with you, I want to know why I disagree with you. That's the only way I can dissect something to know how to grow from it. And
all right, here it is.
All right.
A black man's biggest obstacles to success is not white racism; it's black culture.
Okay.
Like basically saying that we are our own biggest enemy. That we're the reason for everything that we're in right now.
Okay. So.
Go ahead.
Let's get to the racist part of it, right? Okay. What to you is the most racist about that statement?
One of the things that I've noticed, not like throughout this whole these past couple of weeks, is people telling me how I should feel. People telling me what it is that I'm thinking. People telling me that I'm being directed by the media or this or that, and it's telling me that I should feel how I feel, or that like racism isn't really going on anymore. Oh yeah, man, I be everywhere, man.
I know.
But that like that racism isn't real, or like we're just imagining this. And the way I see this, the reason why I find this offensive is like there's a stereotype that people that look like us are less intelligent, and that that we need direction, that we need guidance, that we need to be told what to do. So when you tell me that racism is not really real, then I'm not really experiencing real, actual, factual racism in my life daily here in Wilmington. Basically, what you're telling me is that I am unable to form a logical conclusion based off of the sum of my experiences, and that the way you view things is actually more realistic than what I view with my own eyes. And I just feel that disrespectful. Like I'm not able to analyze what's going on my own. Like it's like the TV is telling me to feel oppressed, or that things aren't fair. And I find that to be incredibly offensive.
Sure. So do me a favor. Read that one more time, and I'm going to tell you what I think.
Like this guy, like what does he know about?
I know. This is what I'm getting ready to go into. It's going to piss you off.
A black man's biggest obstacles to success is not white racism, it's black culture.
Okay. So what he just said was every black person is this black culture. Okay. That's just like saying every white person does the exact same thing, right? Every black person does the same thing in his eyes. He doesn't see that there are different groups of everybody in the world. Okay, different people respond differently to different things. Different people have different goals. He's categorizing everybody in one negative connotation. Do you not see that? Okay, so in his eyes, if you're black, this is the only way you can be. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, pretty much. You have to be this way, and I found a lot of frustration with that as well. Like, there's an awful lot of suggestions in this. I know you're doing this because you look this way. I know you're involved with this. I know you feel this way. Sunday night, I'm coming out of my office and everything when the police went on their little rampage or whatnot. And I remember after that, I'm talking to the whatever the police chief name is. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's walking around talking to people and everything. So he comes up to me and he's talking. And he's telling me, yeah, your protest did this and your protesters were doing that and da-da-da. Bro, I just walked out of my office, and you're telling me that I was in the protest, that I was
like your employees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just an assumption. But when he's talking to the Caucasian people that are standing around me, it's, oh, yeah, well, the protesters were doing this, and the protesters were doing that, and we want you all to be safe, and we don't want anything to happen to our city. But when he's talking to me, it's your protesters, when you all protested and did this.
Yeah.
And stuff like that is wild.
So, hey, guys. Hey, Andre. Nice to see you. So, Andre's from Los Angeles. So, he's a musician.
What's up, Andre?
He does big national concerts and stuff. He came into Wilmington one time to let me shoot a music video for him. But, yeah. So, Alan and I have experienced some interesting stuff together. So, there was a time... you know what, Alan? You tell the story way better than I tell it. Because I'm situationally funny. But let me put you on the mic for a second.
Oh, if I wasn't on the mic before, I was muted.
No, you were going.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I have to run a show and try to switch.
All right, so a while ago, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people know me from my store. A while ago, I used to have a sneaker store on Front Street. One day on a late Sunday night, my store got broken into. The guy broke into the store not knowing I had a couple of my friends downstairs in the basement. A couple of my friends downstairs in the basement, you know what I'm saying, heard it and chased him out. And we knew who it was. We knew who it was that had did it. So, you know, when the police became involved the next day, the police had come into the store. It was me, my friend that was running the store for me, and my jack of all trades, the guy that does everything, Jamie. It's the three of us sitting in the store when the police come. We called the police because my store had been broken into. My store is the store that had the broken glass and everything that I was going to have to pay for to fix. The police come in, see us, and tell me and my friend, who's, you know, of African-American descent, that they need to search us. It's my store. I'm the one paying $3,300 a month to be in that store and to be able to leave my stuff in that store, and they have to protect my store. And they come in there and tell us they have to search me and him. While they're searching me and my friend, Jamie Hansen is sitting on the bench right in front of the door. And he tells them, I have a knife in my back pocket because I'm a gangster. Jamie tells them he has a knife in his pocket because he's a gangster.
And I meant it.
And he meant it. And I guess they look over and see this middle-aged white dude looking like
who you calling middle-aged?
but they look over and see him and think, and continue to search me and my guy. So and while they're searching us, come to find out they have the guy that they caught the guy that broke into the spot. So they're searching us while they caught the guy that broke into the spot a little bit down the street and everything, right? They search us, realize that it really is my real store, and a couple minutes later they let the guy go. So we decide now we got to stay at the store all night and protect and guard the store. 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, the guy comes back through and throws another brick through the window. This time he don't really try to run in, you know what I mean? Because he know we in there and it's not a good idea to do that. But the guy comes back in and throws a brick through the window. The police apologized, blah, blah, blah. But we still had to find the guy that did it.
Yeah. Because I had a knife in my pocket and I'm a gangster.
You had a knife in your pocket and you gangster.
Yep.
And we got searched in my own store.
That's not the only time.
I will never forget that.
How many times have I just been sitting in that store and people walk in and start talking to me like I own the place?
How many times have you sat in that store and people have walked straight past all the shoes, all the other people in there, all of my friends that would be in there, walked straight up to me and asked me, hey, do you know where I can find any drugs at? Like stuff like that bugs me out. Like if I didn't look like the way I look, do other store owners does the edge of urge do the other store owners, do they have people that come into their businesses, walk straight up to them and ask them, hey, do you know where I can find any drugs? Who are these people that was walking in there asking me this? Why were they coming in there asking me this?
Yeah.
Just random stuff, man. So people thinking like the only thing that, like the only reason why racism is a problem is because of police getting killed. But if you don't know what it's like to call the police because you were broken into and then you be treated like the suspect, you can't even imagine what it's like.
Yeah. That's why we're having these talks.
That's why we're having these talks. That's why we have to change together the series.
Yeah. I thought it was a good name. I had Bite Me really big up there first, but I was like, no one's going to take me seriously if I have Bite Me up there so big.
Probably not.
And because they don't understand that's part of a cooking show, but that's why it's the series.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing.
But this might actually take over. Oh, you want some food? I'll make some. I got the hot plate over there.
Hey man, I'm trying to facilitate, man, like a little cooking challenge. I really am trying to get something like that going. Cause I'm nice. I can cook. Anybody out there that see, I can cook, man. I'm gonna open up a restaurant, yo. Once I'm done with this insurance business, man, I'm gonna open up a restaurant.
You want to do Chopped?
Yeah.
I'll do a chop against you.
Yeah, like seriously, I'm nice with it. I will crush you. I'm like the Iron Chef.
Did you say you're gonna crush me?
Yeah.
You come into my own studio talking all that shit?
I did.
Cool. Let's do it. I know I'm going to lose because I've had your cooking. It's fucking awesome. I have no problem with it, but I know I'm going to eat good.
Let's go.
You buying the supplies?
Of course, baby.
Right.
I got it.
You buy the supplies. I'll bring all the hot. Actually, I brought all the dishes and stuff back. I had to take them home and clean them.
Hey, well, that works now. Just clean dishes too.
Yeah,
I'm happy of that. What would the options have been if you hadn't taken them home and cleaned them?
See, the sink's back there. I got some dish soap. I'd be in there with a scouring pad.
I'll bring my own dishes.
I always take stuff home, man. This place got no hot water.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Yep. So, let me cut back to your camera angle. Let's see if anybody's on here talking to us. Mauricio says, Jamie, this is dope. Well, I think you're dope. Actually, he's one of the most phenomenal photographers that I know. Let's see. Does Alan stay in Wilmington? You remember Sun, right?
Yeah.
Spoken word artist? Yeah, she's been hyping you up the whole time.
Yeah.
You've been seeing this?
Son, my buddy. Nah, I haven't clicked on it because once I do, it's going to start playing the
I'm stuck on BandAids.
Nah, but it's going to start
Turn the volume down, goof.
I got my phone on silent, man. Like, my phone be doing some weird things sometimes, man. It's at that point now. It's a 10, so whenever they getting ready to start with the new phones or whatnot, they start acting up.
Okay. Why did you get quiet, dude?
Cause I started thinking about it. Like, I got a 10. It ain't really that old that it's still acting up. Apple, man, they got us on lock.
Is it? I don't know, dude. Let's see. I'm going to go through the comments real quick. So talk about how it was coming outside, seeing the group of people. What was going on in your head?
Yo, it was crazy. It was the weirdest thing, right? Like I pull up, right? Like, I know a lot of people. I know an awful lot of people in Wilmington.
Oh, Lemonade's in here.
Oh, tell her I said what up.
You just did.
But I know an awful lot of people in Wilmington, and I ain't know about any of those faces that I had seen. It's the creepiest thing, yo. Like, just a lot of it felt like a lot of it felt not real. Like, there was a lot of people there that were extra angry. Like, yelling and threatening the police and saying, yo, I'm going to do this. I seen a 45-year-old black man run up to the cops and talking about, yo, I wish y'all would arrest me. It's going to be on then. Bro, don't nobody talk like that. It just, I don't know, man. A lot of it felt simulated, and that frightens me. Like it's my whole mindset since then has been like, yeah, like there really are crisis actors out here. Like, not everybody that's in those protests is really there for those protests. And the questioning of why and how that happens is so strange. But yeah, though, yo, I seen it all, man. I seen the police pull up, start shooting tear gas and everything. Wasn't nobody breaking anything. Wasn't nobody destructive. And they started shooting tear gas. They started setting off the little bombs. I'm watching birds get hit by the tear gas, falling. Like, I ain't never seen none of this stuff before. And now I have.
So how did you feel?
Shocked. I'm still kind of trying to digest it all. I just know, like, I just know, man, like if you think about it from a strategic standpoint, like if you have a movement that is against, you know, the oppression and the unjustifiable killing of black people by police, and you want to take the public attention, you want to take the anger and hostility towards the police force off of the police force and take their attention elsewhere. What better way to do it than to infiltrate the protests and the activities that the people that are protesting these things are trying to do? What better way than to infiltrate it and turn that message, what you're really trying to send, and turn it into something dark and something ugly? That if you do that, now you take the anger, you take the public anger towards the police off of the police, and you put it on the protesters. Basically framing them in their own events to make people view them as the victims. I mean, to view them as the villains. If you were to do that, it seems like, man, it just seems like it's the perfect strategy to quiet this and to stop this and to just get people to.
Dude, it's a hearts and minds campaign.
Yeah, it is. Like there's people that were upset about the killing and upset with the police, and then they'd be like, oh, but all of these riots and all of these protesters and looting, this is so wrong. Those people are wrong. Now they're more upset with the looters than they were about the killings. And that is so, from a strategic standpoint, if that's what you want to do and you want to continue this nonsense, that is the perfect way to do it. So I feel like to have actually been in an environment and actually have seen this happening, it's creepy.
Sure. So, okay. So the escalation caused a really bad outcome, right? How say you were the city planner, okay? You were the Justice Department, the whole 9 yards, and you had to. It's your job to protect the city, okay? What would you have done differently, and how would you have done it? And then let's troubleshoot this thing.
Honestly, I wouldn't have done what I feel like what the police did. The concept of, hold on, man, what am I trying to say? Let me gather my thoughts.
No. Gather your thoughts. The thing is, I like to see everything from all possible angles. Like I was telling the person before, I like playing the game Risk. Okay, Risk is you've only got so many troops. You're trying to conquer the world, and you have to always be mindful of where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are. So I try to see everything from every possible angle of attack. Right. Also, probably because I was in the Marines. So
Peter Griffen, he's done everything. Anytime, another flashback.
Yeah. So I like having strategies for everything. If you know yourself, you can seek self-improvement. Also know your enemy. So let's get into their mind. How are these people thinking? How would you think if you were in those?
Who are these people? Because you got
these people are the police department.
The police department, or the people that are instigating and faking some of this.
So okay, first we have to develop a plan of how to keep downtown Wilmington safe, right? Because we know there's going to be bad season here, which in plants is. But let's not even think about that part yet. Let's just first think of you were running the city's defense force, whatever that may be, right? How do you plan for something that may or may not happen?
I can't really answer that because I'm a bigger believer in the concept of abolishing the police, completely disbanding the whole force. Like, if you look at it, man, like, if you really watch it, not just here in Wilmington, not just in America, but, like, all over the world, like in France, the other day, France had a huge rally to protest not only the killing of George Floyd, but, other people that they've had murdered for no reason by the police. But just if you watch all over the world, the police are acting up. There is no way to police the police. This system of police officers does not work. And I just feel like there has to be a fundamental change at its core. There's not something I think that the police department here can do that's going to fix it other than completely disbanding and finding a whole nother way to do this. There's a term for it. I can't remember what the word is, and I don't feel like searching through the page to find it. But I'm of that belief. Abolish the police.
So let's go back even throughout time, right? When have Even back in the day of the knights, remember? You had good knights and bad knights, right? There was knights that were raping and pillaging and everything else or in the name of the king, but it's really just their own actions, not the king's actions, right?
Uh-huh.
How do we develop a system of putting the right people in place to protect the people who can't protect themselves?
The problem is
People.
when those knights took off those suits of shining armor, then they all look the same. How can you tell the good one apart from the bad one?
You can't. That's the fundamental problem with the system and all. Because you could fake a psychological test.
Therefore, setting up a system and saying these people here are selected to protect you. I just feel that's backwards. You need to allow the people to select who they appoint to protect them. I mean, we supposed to elect everything else. We're supposed to vote for everybody else. We should be. Why not vote and select who we put our trust in to protect us? I never asked for these police to. I never asked for these police to protect me. I never said that they're the ones in charge of my safety. And if anything, if you watch it, like the one time in my life when I actually did call the police, they patted you down. They came up to me and let the guy that did it go. Matter of fact, we're the ones that had to end up catching the guy that did it. I'm the one that put the word out, hey, this is who did this, this is what happened, yada yada. If you find this guy, let me know. I did that. It wasn't a police force that did it. Now, I'm not saying that there's bad policing. Like, I know there's an awful lot of very good, wonderful police. It's just this system does not work. If you look at it on any level, damn near all over in every country in the world.
Sure. So we got so if we know the system's broken, right? Oh, hey, Nooner Crew. That's Richard. So he's one of the main people from the other place I used to work. Anyways,
oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so
you do get some viewers.
Part of a 9.2 million people that was on that other show. So yeah, I'm trying to tap into some of those numbers, but I want to do the indirect route because that ain't cool. But anyways, so if we know we have a problem, right? How do we solve this problem? Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone in a position of power trying to oppress somebody who's in a weaker position of power. I don't know how that would ever go away. Because everyone's always trying to manipulate something into their favor, aren't they? Heck, I just try to do that with this conversation. But, so how do we... Because do you think we could have a society without some sort of consequence system?
No, that's impossible. There has to be some type of consequence for everything.
Okay, so if we have to have a consequence system... Who enforces said consequence system? And
that's what I think is what needs to be broken down to its core. Yeah, who enforces this consequence system? Who establishes this? Who sets forth the rules and ways to go forward? Because if you look at it, like if you look at the Constitution, like when the Constitution was made, we weren't a human being, we weren't a person. So it's just none of these rules, if you look at it, when they were first set up, were set up to protect us. That's why you have these fundamental breakdowns. That's why you have like the war on drugs. It was set up from the beginning. We weren't to be protected in this, but now we're supposed to abide by and follow those rules.
Yeah. So we are. Some of the rules get changed. Some of the rules get outdated. We don't get updated a lot of the newer stuff, but we still have to get to the core of this whole thing. So if we were to take the board, basically take it and flip it up, right? Throw all the pieces away and start a new board system. What would that board system look like? How would you want it to work?
I got a better question.
Okay.
I seen it the other day, right? Well, as a matter of fact, I was talking about it yesterday. If we had to put together a group of 4 to 6 black people to represent us in a room to rewrite the Constitution, who would you want? Like I seen that the other day, and I was like, yo. That's crazy.
Wait, how many people signed the Declaration of Independence?
I had no clue.
You know, keep talking. I'm gonna look that up because
I had no clue. But I'm pretty sure not
that 4 to 6.
One of them.
No. I'm almost willing to guarantee none of them were black.
No.
But what I'm gonna say is, I think wasn't there like 100 some odd people on that thing?
It was a bunch. But then they had one Crispus Attucks or something like that in the room. But he was like I don't know. But I had seen that question, and it had me thinking about it. Like, who would you really want for that? But in a lot of ways, it feels like things like that would be needed.
All right, I'm pulling it up. Let's see. 56 delegates in the second congressional responded to the 13 former colonies. All right, so 56. And you said how many people?
4 to 6.
4 to 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just say we went 6 on the high note, right? So you're not even you're just around 10%.
And just the question of that, to have 10% representation on the Constitution, just thinking about that seems as far-fetched as it did in the 60s, thinking that we'd ever have a black president. Like, it seems that far away from our mindset at this point in time in 2020. Like, yeah, that's impossible to have representation in the Constitution, in the basic laws of the country. But yeah, we could have 4 to 6 people that would be in there that would represent us. Who'd be a good 4 to 6 people?
Okay, so let's go down this rabbit hole, because I like rabbit holes. Okay, so me and you are Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, right? We got our phone booth.
Which is a great underrated movie, by the way.
Yeah, right. So I'm Bill, you'll be Ted. All right, Ted was the fun one.
I'm with it.
All right,
I can't remember who was who though.
I think Bill was a blonde, if I remember right.
Oh, all right, cool. Because in Ted was Keanu, and
yeah,
Ted
you're
went
the
ahead and
Matrix.
made some money, man.
Yeah,
Bill ain't doing. Yeah. I'm with that.
Bill got a studio. I'm good.
Yeah. We can go with it.
All right, so we get in the phone booth, right? We go all throughout time. Now we're going to create our own Declaration of Independence based off today. Okay, we can pull out anybody from history. Who are 3 people that you want to bring in? It doesn't matter what their race, and then you're going to tell me why and how do you make the Declaration of Independence better, or how the new version would be better.
El-Hajj Malik Shabazz, Michelle Obama. I don't know who else. But definitely those 2.
Okay. Why?
Michelle Obama, just because she's Obama. She's Michelle Obama, man. She can do everything. El-Hajj Malik Shabazz, because of just the way his energy was, the way he presented himself, the experiences that he had. I say El-Hajj Malik Shabazz and not Malcolm X, because of the fact that El-Hajj Malik Shabazz, I guess you could say in some ways was a more evolved form of Malcolm X. Things that he had learned after his pilgrimage to Mecca and whatnot that taught him some of the things that he had been taught were incorrect. So I say those 2. I don't know who else. I don't know. Who you got, Hanson? Who you think would be good to rewrite this thing?
Honestly, I don't know. So the thing is, I'm good with cameras. I'm good with lights, and I like talking. But when it goes right down to it, the core of how stuff is made, I would never be a good guy to have on that team, because I don't see enough into those other systems, and I don't dig enough for that type of information. Now, my buddy Steve would be great on that. I could honestly, if I had to pull somebody that I know who would go get detailed information, vet everybody, and try to treat everybody right, yeah, I'd take my buddy Steve. He's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. And then honestly, there's this other dude named Dan from the other show I worked on. Him and Steve think a lot alike. But that's not diverse at all. They're both as white as can be. But the way they think, yeah. But I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know. That's why I was hoping to get a good answer from you.
Nah, man, I've been thinking about it for a day, and I can't really think of who the best would be. But I think that idea is crazy. The concept of that is wild. But I just feel like it would have to be systematic, like things like that, changing the country all the way down to the core, and before anything even changed, man. Like,
we did it 200 years ago. We revolted once.
Shoot, here they revolted here. What, a good 130 years ago, and see how that worked out for them.
Yeah. And
it was crazy to hear about that, because when I first heard about that and I heard how they went down Front Street, my first thought was, oh, yo, they'd have killed me and my guys. Yeah. There wasn't no way. Like, there wasn't no way we was gonna run away from that. Like, and it's just crazy to think, yo, if we'd have been born 120, 130 years earlier, we'd have got tossed in that river.
Yeah. And honestly, the way that we're going now, how's it any different?
Exactly. It's really not. It's just
I think Let me go with my camera angle. So I'm trying to do two things at once. I was engaged in the conversation. I really think if social media wasn't as prevalent as it was, and everybody can hold people accountable for what they're doing now, this last week could have been a hell of a lot worse. I really think so.
How so?
More brutality, more covering stuff up. Now people are having video of them, what they're doing, like the riot police starting the stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And the thing that bugs me out, even though there's more video to riot, like I seen a video the other day, right? Like they ran up on the riot police had ran up on an old man. He was standing there at the bus stop. He had to been in his 80s, and he hit him with the shield. And he hit him with the shield twice, and he fell over. Like you see them spraying little kids with mace, driving through crowds, just letting off the mace or whatnot, not caring who it hits. You see this, you see these videos. Yeah, there's still a ton of people that think that the police aren't doing anything bad.
Hey guys in the chat room, which senator was the one who got maced? Did you see this? It was I think it was a senator in like Michigan or something like that.
Nah.
Yeah, he was a kind of a muscular.
Wait a minute, I do feel like I remember.
Had a green shirt on,
and they maced him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know somebody losing their job on that one.
But that's it's all over. It's all over. It's the police.
So it's not the police. Okay, these are individuals. How do we fix the mindset? Like, how do we get the bad cops out and keep the good cops in and get more good cops in? Because I do believe we need that system to balance. Otherwise, people are just going to run rampant. If there was no prison but sex, how many people would do bad things? Are you trying to see? Do you see where I'm trying to go with this? Your faces. Okay, think of it this way, right? There's a consequence. You do something bad, you're going to go to jail. You're going to meet Bubba. I don't want to meet Bubba.
Hell no.
Okay? So what prevents you from going to jail? Consequence.
Honestly, no. What prevents me from going to jail is the fact that I need to be great. Okay. I need to be great. I need to establish a legacy. And if I'm in jail, I'm taking away from time that I could be spent building that legacy. So I don't know. I look at things a little bit differently than that.
It says St. Griffin's watching. I thought it said Peter Griffen.
Now that would have been funny. That would have been creepy. But how do you? I don't know. I honestly think, man, some of these people, man, some of these mindsets, some of this old racist rhetoric, these people that don't really want justice, they just want to maintain order. People, it's never going to change. It's never going to fix it. The only thing really can do with that is just wait for that to pass. But I'm noticing like a lot of the youth, like a lot of the younger people, these newer generations aren't. This deep-seated hatred isn't as ingrained in them. So I feel like I'm not going to see the end of racism, but there's a good chance that my daughter or my daughter's kids might. Other than that, man, ain't really anything we can do. Is just keep trying to enlighten minds, keep trying to.
No. There's stuff we can do. You're training your daughter a certain way, right? Uh-huh. I'm training my son a certain way. These kids are our future. Uh-huh. Okay? Like you said, their kids are going to be their future. Things that were one way back in the day aren't like that anymore. We're slowly evolving. It's not as fast as it should be. There's a lot of stuff that we want to go back in time and fix. Would we fix them? Okay? We should. But why should we? From our point of view now, they're wrong. In that point of view, at that time, maybe they thought they were right. I'm not saying it's right, because we have the ability to look back now and see the problems with it, right? So we're slowly evolving, and we're going to get there. It's going to take time. But the attitude of, I can't fix it in my generation, I can't get with. I know I can always be better. I don't do sit-ups, so if I had abs, I'd be dangerous. But I can never give the excuse I can't.
You'd be Peter Quill, Star-Lord. I've been telling you, you look like Buddy for a while.
But so the thing is, I'm not going to give an excuse I can't do it. I can do it. I started this company with a $400 camera 10 years ago. I now have my own fucking production studio. You can do it if you want to. It's not going to be easy. Nothing worth doing is ever going to be easy. But if we want it bad enough, we can start affecting the change now. And that change will start taking off faster than if we just waited for it. Tell me I'm wrong.
How do I say this?
Just say it. Your family.
I started slinging sneakers in the hometown of Mike Jordan and never sold a Jordan. The concept of being able to do anything if you put your mind to it. Yeah, I can agree to that. I've done some.
You own your own insurance company.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, appreciate that plug, man. www.murphyinsurance.co.com. But
you're gonna be a sponsor down the road.
Yeah, of course. But just I think there's some things it's not up to. Like I control my actions. I'm always in control of what it is that I'm doing. I can't control everybody else. Like if you watch this, man, like if you watch some of the WECT comments, there's people that just they no matter what evidence they see, no matter what logic you present them with, no matter what happens, they will still feel one way about things.
All right, so I've read some of those comments. Those are what I call screen warriors.
And no, not screen warriors. It's not like they really are actively affecting anything, or it's not like maybe that's. I'm just saying there are some people that no matter what occurs, they are not going to see reality for what it is.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like the world is progressing. You know what I'm saying? Like social justice is progressing. It is better now than it was in the 50s.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, the people, like if you were born in the 40s or whatnot, the way you feel right now is not going to change. And the reason for that is the world that you are eventually going to leave looks a lot more like me than the world that you inherited when you were first born. And nothing is going to change that. The only thing you can do is just focus on the ones that are reachable.
So Richard says, how do you fix stereotypes? I've only got one word for it. Understanding. Take the time to meet other people that you are trying to stereotype and learn about them. Spend time with them. Why did you have that stereotype in the first place? Who put that in your head and what made it right? Because 9 out of 10 times when you actually talk with the people that you have a stereotype about, you're wrong.
Yeah. I say you stop stereotypes by excellence. That's my view. Like whatever it is that I'm like whatever it is that I do, I just try to project excellence in it. Whatever business it is that I'm running, I try to project excellence. I always try to talk to people with good grammar, with respect, humility. And so when people have expectations or they see me and assume that I'm going to be one way, I just be the same way. And when they find out that I've never been the way that they assume for me to be, I feel like I've done my part to at least try to ease a stereotype. So next time they see somebody that looks like me, they may not think that way. It's just life shows you that that's not really going to be the case with most people that you encounter.
Well, yeah, it's just at the end of the day, we can't be responsible for other people's actions. We can only be responsible for our actions and what we put into the world.
Yeah.
Right? So, but if enough people take on that mindset that we can't change who you are, but we can change who we are, that change of who we are collectively will be the change that we want
over time.
Yes.
And that's all. That's all that can.
But it's really not for us. It's for our kids.
Yeah.
So we have to understand, like, in our lifetime, it's just gonna suck, and I'm fine with that. In the off shot that my son will have a better life, I'm completely fine with that. I don't mind going through mud so he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel that's an understanding, and honestly, that's better than a lot of people could have hoped for. All we really want is our kids to live a better life than what we had. And I feel we're at a point now where our kids are eventually going to get to a point where they'll see that. They'll see this equality. They'll see the end of all of these injustices. They'll get to see it, and that feels very promising.
I'm reading comments.
You good?
So yeah, so basically people in the room are agreeing with us. Oh, by the way, hi Liz. Liz is in there. Everyone knows Liz.
Hi, Liz.
You know Liz Graham, right? Yeah, she's like more popular than both of us put together.
She is.
She should come on the show.
Yeah.
She can get our numbers up.
She would.
Yep. Liz, what are you doing? Come over to the studio.
I'd much rather see Liz on here than me.
Or me. But the thing is, I knew you'd be great for the show. We've known each other for so long, and we're not afraid to talk and say what's on our mind because we did grow up two different ways. You know, you actually had a really great childhood I'm jealous of. Like, I had the opposite. I had a not so great childhood.
Oh,
like,
man.
I had an alcoholic dad who was never around. I grew up on welfare. I grew up on food stamps. I remember when I was about 7 years old, my dad did show up that year for Christmas, and he wrapped up beer cases, right, and put hand tools in them. And so he's like, well, I'm not going to be around, so you might as well be able to fix stuff. So here I am on Christmas morning, open up, there's blue ribbon 12-pack cases with tools inside of it.
But now you can build stuff.
Yeah, I can build stuff, but damn it, I want Transformers.
I'm saying, though, man, you can build stuff now. There's gotta be a plus, man. Yeah, man, I guess, like, you get older and I look back at it, man, and I guess, man, I really did have, I really did have a very good foundation, a very good structure. You know what I'm saying? My pops was a lawyer. My mother was a teacher. Both of them got master's degrees.
Dude, I heard your story before. I was jealous. Like, I wanted to be, like, adopted by your family.
Yeah, it's cool, but, man, it'd be weird. It'd be weird, different type of things, you know? But when I look back at it, though, yeah, it definitely did kind of help my understanding and my upbringing of the world to be able to have the advantages that I've had. But it's crazy to watch, though. It's crazy to watch because people will not know me and see me and assume that I was, oh, yeah, he's from the hood. You talk to me for 4 seconds and realize that wasn't ever the case. But yeah. That's just the way
stereotypes.
of the world. That's the stereotypes.
Yeah.
And that's the things that you're never going to be able to do anything about. Like,
why not?
It doesn't matter how many college degrees I have. It don't matter how many businesses are open. It doesn't matter how I carry myself or anything like that. There is going to be people that are going to view me as one way. And I'm all right with that, man, to be honest with you.
All right, so you're going to go with the theory of you can put lipstick on a pig, but you can't make it a pig?
No.
Or you can't make it a girl. How does that expression go? I haven't been down south long enough.
I remember you saying that forever ago.
Yeah. You can what was it? You can put lipstick on a pig.
You can put mascara on a gorilla, but she's still a monkey. I don't know, man.
I know I didn't say that shit.
I've heard.
I said the pig.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. There are certain things that Jamie Hansen can't say, and that sounds like you're getting awfully close to something I can't say.
You know what? You're right.
You ain't not doing this to me, Mr. Alan Murphy. F you and the car you drove in on.
Hey, I like my car.
See, that was jacked up, dude. I saw the writing on the wall, and I was walking to the other side.
We was gonna get some viewers.
You would get me shot. No, sir. All right, so the sound looks like it was doing something weird. I don't know, but I think we're good.
I thought I heard like a knock just now.
You could have. People are like coming to the studio, dude.
Well, shit, I like the door, man.
That's fine. I don't have any shoots until like something. I can always check the security cameras later. But yeah, is there anything else you want to say? Because you got to sell some insurance.
Yeah, let me. When you gonna let me put insurance on this business, Hanson? I've been telling you this for years, man.
I'm gonna cut you.
You said sell some insurance shit. I started plugging.
Yeah. I need car insurance though.
I got this.
Yeah, cool.
I do this.
Cool. Yep. Throw me under the bus.
But if you had the right life insurance plan, man, if somebody threw you under the bus, at least BB and them would see some wonderful windfalls from it.
Do we have riot insurance?
Riot?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing?
No such thing.
Why don't you invent it?
Can't.
Why? Too many unknown variables?
Yeah, way too many. It'd be it's impossible.
Okay.
There have been people that have looked into this. I've looked into this recently. It's impossible.
So how can people find you that don't know you? But everybody who knows me knows you anyways.
Please go to my website, murphyinsuranceco.com. I'm kind of easy to find on that. A lot of people know me on Facebook. I'm tagged on this, Alan Murphy. My name is spelled wrong, but it still works.
I tagged you off the thing, so you must have your own Facebook spelled wrong.
Yeah, I never wanted a Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then this girl made a Facebook page for me saying it'd be good for the store.
Oh.
So I got it, but she spelled my name wrong.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's another episode of... We're leaving this on a depressing note. Some employee doesn't know how to spell his name right. That's no respect at all, right?
I know. I always thought it was cool. Like I kind of like that, man. I always did it like that, left it like that on purpose, man. The way I said the people that know how to spell my name, like spell it the right way, really, really, really know me. Yeah. And I'm all right with that, man. There's like 4 billion ways to spell Allen. I'm okay with it.
Wait, 4 billion on how many letters?
All right, I might have exaggerated, man. It might be 4 or 5, okay? But it sounded good.
Okay, yeah, until I called you on it. All right, guys. So I guess that's an episode, and who knows who else will stop by later today. I need some more coffee. Love y'all.